Hello, Steeler Nation. Well, guys, this is not something that I wanted to have to record. Not something that I wasn't looking forward to recording either. Not the sort of normal Pittsburgh Steelers thing that we like to talk about, is it? But yesterday, Steeler Nation lost a brother. We lost Dwayne Haskins. I was in a state of shock yesterday when I read on Twitter the news that he'd been killed in an auto accident. Obviously, there was not many details at that point, and I spent most of the rest of the day in kind of like a daze, really, quiet, withdrawn. Even my family could tell that things were not right, and you know, people might think it's weird or sad that you feel that way about someone that I've never met, that someone that I would never was going to meet, really, not like on a one-to-one basis anyway. But I've got to speak today about this loss is so tragic, so sad that we've lost Dwayne Haskins. Dwayne was only 24 years old. That's nothing. 24 years old. I'm 44 years old and 20 years older than Dwayne Haskins. And I've got a family. I've got two young daughters. And to know that Dwayne's never going to have that, never going to experience that is just heartbreaking, absolutely heartbreaking for me. I'm trying to speak from the heart here in this video, and I hope you can understand that. And I'm sorry if it's not up to the usual standards, but I just felt I needed to remember Dwayne and say a few words about him, to talk about him, talk about how he was becoming a Pittsburgh Steeler. He was part of that Steeler family, wasn't he? There's details now emerging of what actually happened yesterday, that he was on the highway. It's reported that his car ran out of gas, and then for some inexplicable reason, as yet we don't know, rather than using his cell phone, he decided to try and cross the highway and was hit and killed instantly by a dump truck, and was pronounced dead at the scene by emergency services. What makes this even more sad is the fact that he was down in Florida working with Mitch Trubisky, working with his Steeler brothers to become a better player, to be, everything that he wanted to be, everything that he dreamed about in life. He was trying to fulfill his dreams, and yesterday those dreams were taken away. That his dreams ended like that, in one foul swoop. His life ended at only 24 years old, which is no age at all. We can only imagine now, well, we can't imagine, I don't think, what his family are going through, what his wife, what his mum, his dad, the rest of his family are even experiencing, let alone what the Steelers players, the franchise, are thinking. Imagine what is going through Mitch Trubisky, Najee Harris, Chase Claypool, all those players that are down there in Florida with Dwayne. What is going through their minds at this moment in time? The fact that a few hours earlier they were on the practice field playing games, having a laugh, no doubt, throwing the ball around, starting to build that team spirit for the new season. And a few hours later, their brother is dead, just like that. You look at what the Steelers players have said about Dwayne Haskins, and one thing really does emerge for me, that he was genuinely liked by all the members of the franchise. Players like Cam Hayward, TJ Watt, senior members of this fantastic franchise are coming out and saying such positive things about Dwayne Haskins, saying that he had an infectious smile, he was a character. They loved talking to him. They loved having a laugh with him, that he was a joker, that he was funny, that he was a great guy to be around, that they'll remember their chats with him forever. I think that just shows the respect and how he was thought of by the Steelers franchise. He was genuinely, respected as well. You can see by his fellow players, by what these guys are saying. This is genuine words. This is not just, post-death words that people come out with. This is genuine respect for this man, for what he was and what he was becoming as a Pittsburgh Steeler. I don't know whether you saw, like I did, the tweet from Chase Claypool and the video that Chase Claypool posted today. Chase said, "I spent your final moments with you, and I can't help but think about how selfless you were in those moments. All you cared about was making sure that everyone around you was okay, and I can't thank you enough for that. You are what I strive to be." Powerful words there from Chase, showing the type of person that Dwayne Haskins was, showing the type of human being he was, that he cared about his fellow man, that he cared about his teammates, that he cared about the people around him, that he was a genuinely empathetic, caring guy. And the Steelers have lost that. The Steelers have lost that brother. I don't know whether you saw the video that Chase posted on Twitter today, but I was choked seeing that. Saying, Dwayne, I love you, man. I love you, brother. I was just with you. Seeing him in floods of tears, it was really emotional. He went on to say on Twitter, the moment I realized I had lost a brother, and then posted the video, he also said, we are placed on this undesirable pedestal and become treated as if we are anything but human. But it's okay not to be okay. Allow me to be your example. Love you, Dwayne. Such powerful words from such a young man. And so true as well. We've got to remember that these athletes that we praise and we criticize in equal measure are human beings at the end of the day. They're living, they're breathing, they have emotions as we do. They have a family like we do. They have people that care about them like we do. And they're normal human beings. Yes, they're very talented at what they do, but they have the same thoughts, the same feelings as us fans. And we must remember that when we are talking about people, the players this season. I think that's something that we really need to take away from this tragedy when we think about Dwayne Haskins. It's with the legacy that he is leaving, that this legacy of being a caring, empathetic person who thinks about others before you think about yourself. Remembering Dwayne for what he was a very, very talented guy. He was a first-round draft pick out of Ohio State. He had an arm on him that even Ben Roethlisberger in his message said that he was envious of. To know that we're not going to see this guy in black and gold anymore is heartbreaking, absolutely heartbreaking. Steeler Nation, we've lost our brother. We've lost a brother yesterday. So tragic that it was someone so young, only 24 years old, no age at all. Our thoughts, our prayers must go out to Dwayne Haskins' wife, to Dwayne Haskins' family, and to the rest of the Steelers franchise and the Steelers players. They must be going through absolute hell right now. Even here in England, like I said, I didn't know the guy. I'd only seen him play pre-season and enjoyed how he played in black and gold. And even I'm shocked, upset, heartbroken that we've lost someone like Dwayne. It's so sad to think that this young man's life was snuffed out in that instant. It really does tell us, doesn't it, that as humans, we don't know when our time is up. We don't know when our life could end or the life of our loved ones could end. It's so important to value those around us, to value our family, to value our friends. Guys, Steeler Nation, tell your family, tell your loved ones, tell your friends that you love them, tell them you care about them, give them a hug. And those of you who've got young children like I have, really value what you've got with those children. Take care of them, look after them. They're our future. And if anything, Dwayne Haskins teaches us, and then the sadness of this event, that we must live each day as if it was our last, that we must live each day to the maximum and prove that we are worthy of life. Steeler Nation, I'm still in shock over what happened to Dwayne. I can't even begin to think about what anything else other than this at this moment in time, about free agency, the draft, about the NFL season. It seems wrong at the moment to talk about anything else. We just must remember Dwayne, remember what he meant to us, remember he was a Steeler, and remember what he did for the franchise. Thank you, Dwayne. Thank you for being a Pittsburgh Steeler. Thank you for what you've taught us. Thank you for the example that you've set through what we've found out about you now from your teammates, of how you were respected, how you were cared about, and the way you conducted yourself. You're an example to us all. Rest in peace, brother. Rest in peace.